Hey guys, Mr. Morgan here with another remote learning instructional video for today, which is November 3rd or Election Day. So today is the day that the majority of Americans are going to be out voting for who they want to be as the next president of the United States of America. So we are going to do the same thing. We are going to complete our patriotic civic duty, which is to vote and speak out and choose who we want to be president. This is how democracy works. This is when we see democracy in action. So you guys are going to do the same thing that the majority of the nation is going to be doing as well. If you look at the module for the political unit or the 2020 election unit, then you will see that our last thing on there is the 2020 election itself for New Haven Junior High. Go ahead, open up the link, complete the Google Forms, which is you voting. It is our ballot for New Haven Junior High. And once we have finished that, we can go ahead and get started with today, which is a continuation of yesterday. We are talking more about Egyptian gods and goddesses and the Egyptian pantheon, as well as working on some things from last week. We had a mummy assignment, reading assignment, so we are going to go ahead and do those two things. So let's go ahead and get started. So once we have completed the election for today, we can look at our notes. We can do our notes over again. Well, not over again, but we can take another look at them. So if you did not finish the notes, then you can go ahead and do that now. If you did finish the notes, then congrats. You are an overachiever, or you're just a step ahead of the rest. So I want to take a look back at the Egyptian pantheon. I want to see if there are any similarities we see between different gods and goddesses in Egypt. So what sort of trends do we see? For example, one that we see is a lot of different sun gods. So what can we tell from that? We can tell that there is a lot of focus on the sun. The sun is incredibly important. What other sort of gods do we see? Well, we see a lot of mothers, motherly gods. That is a big focus in a couple of the more popular and famous Egyptian gods and goddesses. What else do we see? We see a lot of gods focused around the idea of death and the afterlife. So what can we tell from all of these different trends, whether it be the mother or the trend of so many gods being focused on the idea of death and what happens after death? Well, we can see a importance on birth, whether that be birth into our mortal life or rebirth into our afterlife. So in the Egyptian culture, there is a large focus on what happens after you die. So we see that in the mummification process and the large tombs, like the pyramids that we see. So Anubis, the god of embalming and mummification, is the guider to the Hall of Truth. We see Osiris as the judge of the Lord and judge of the dead. These are both examples of gods that are focused around the idea of getting to the afterlife and being best prepared to be in the good afterlife. So to make it to heaven or their version of heaven, rather than being in the underworld. So we can see both of those as examples of different aspects of Egyptian culture that as we look at these trends, we can see are of more importance than other things. So now we can go ahead and look at the mummification process. We can take another look by reading through the assignment, Spooky Scary Mummies. It's just a reading assignment over the somewhat untold truth about the mummification process. It's just a deeper look. So let's go ahead and do that now. So the assignment called Spooky Scary Mummies was supposed to be one that was just a fun extra assignment that you could do on Halloween, sort of mummy and related. I figured it would be fun just to read a little bit about something kind of spooky for the Halloween holiday, but it also is just a good look at the mummification process and how it worked. So it tells us a little bit about it. It's not the best source when it comes to the mummification process, but I think it is a good overview of the 5 steps that they would follow and then the background behind it. So go ahead, take a look at it, complete it. The first 2 pages are reading, and then uh, the third page is just sort of asking you to take a closer look at the reading, look for some details that you might have overlooked the first time, and sort of extrapolate or take out the important bits of knowledge that we need. And then the last page is the step-by-step process for creating a mummy or for the mummification process. So go ahead and complete those 2 things, and then turn them in, and that will be the mummification process for today. This is one of many different advancements and inventions and technologies that we see the ancient Egyptians come up with, which we will talk more about tomorrow. Tomorrow will be focused mainly on just all of the advancements that we see the ancient Egyptians have. There is one last announcement that I have, and that is if you are needing extra help, whether it be something one-on-one that you're not understanding, or whether it's just we have a upcoming test and you need like some extra review, I will be hosting a review session after school from about 3:30 till about 4:30, in which you just on Zoom, in which you can just pop in, ask any questions you need, and then get any help you need from me, at least for my class. I can try and help you with certain things like math, but I'm not the best at math. There's a reason I'm a social studies teacher and not a math teacher. So if you guys would like to go ahead and join in on that, I will give you my Skype code so that you can jump into the after school study session class, and then I can help you guys just one-on-one, and I can try and figure out whatever it is you need to try and, whether it's get your grade up or just really start to understand a certain idea or topic. Let me know what I can do to help you guys out. Stop in whenever you want. I'll do them probably after school, Tuesday, Thursday, maybe some on Monday. I probably won't do them on Wednesday or Fridays though, as I don't stay after school as long on those 2 days because they are different days and I like to enjoy my weekend. So let me know what I can do to help you guys out. Stop in if you want to. I'll post more information about it tomorrow so that you guys can check that out. I think that is it. If there's anything you need or any questions you have for me, feel free to shoot me a message or an email, and I'll try and get to it as soon as I can. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.